Hey guys, Realtor Adele, your favorite realtor and investment property strategist. Welcome to the monthly housing market report where we discuss topics like home prices and appreciation, mortgage interest rates and housing affordability, as well as current real estate trends. We also take a look at geopolitical activity and the overall economy and how things like the job market and rate of inflation may be impacting the housing market as a whole. Of course, with this year's presidential election, we're keeping an eye on how the housing market may be impacted as a result. This month's housing report, we focus mostly on mortgage interest rates, home prices, and affordability. And of course, we highlight current real estate trends in Metro Atlanta. Let's begin. Over the past 2 years, we've watched rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage fluctuate tremendously. This was a direct reflection or response to the economy in regard to inflation and the federal funds rate. Historically, this was the fastest rise in mortgage rates. The feds are now saying that the time has come to regulate and add some sense of normalcy to spiked rates. With inflation on a downward trend and unemployment rising, there really isn't a need for rates to increase. We typically see an increase in an effort to tame inflation and slow down the economy. The Feds recently cut the funds rate, and another cut is expected in the near future. Keep in mind that this doesn't mean that rates won't increase again, as you can see on the chart. What it does mean is that for now, this is where we are. Here's a look at the rate of inflation for the last 2 years. As mentioned, inflation drives the Fed funds rate and ultimately mortgage interest rates. Note that these stats are from January 2020 through August 2024. The blue bars measures the last 4 years and shows the various fluctuations that occurred. Currently, we're at 2.6% and the goal is 2%. A few weeks ago, the Feds did lower the funds rate, which in turn had a domino effect on mortgage interest rates. As a result, the average 30-year fix decreased to just over 6%, 6.08 to be exact. The Feds monitor the rate of inflation so that they can determine if rates should increase, decrease, or remain the same. Their target rate is 2%. The closer it gets to that number, we can expect mortgage rates to remain on the lower end of the spectrum, which realistically is probably between 5.5 to 6%, approximately, give or take. Obviously, we don't know for sure. However, that is the premise or idea. Home prices have been stabilizing in recent months. This chart shows home price trends for the last 2 years. Back in 2022, home prices had appreciated by an average of 22%. Since then, we can see the average appreciation rate month over month. The downward trend is no need for alarm. These numbers are simply reflective of the inventory supply demand imbalance in the marketplace at the time. We are currently on the brink of normal appreciation rates. The dip in the chart between February to July 2023 represents the standstill we experienced when the market peaked. With home prices and mortgage rates at an all-time high, there was a bit of a pause in home buying activity. It's not unusual for inventory levels to be lower in the winter months and higher in the summer, since warmer weather is when the majority of people move. Historically, the amount of homes for sale at a given time depends on the time of year. This chart depicts the amount of unsold homes of existing inventory. Here you can see the increase of homes for sale during the warmer months. As mentioned, this is the season when the majority of home sales occur. In recent times, home prices and mortgage rates have had a direct impact on inventory levels, which resulted in longer days on market. Once the data for the remainder of the year is released, we'll do a side by side comparison and see how we fared. Let's take a look at housing market trends in Metro Atlanta. We will focus on pending sales, closed sales, days on market, the average sales price, the amount of inventory, and also the percent of list price the seller received. Okay, this is for detached homes. Pending sales, we have 3263 in the month of September. Closed sales were 3,552. Average sales price $552,928. The percent of list price received is 98.4, and month supply of inventory 3.5. For attached homes, pending sales was 888. I love that lucky 8. The closed sales was 1,009. Days on market 40. Average sales price for attached homes $391,003. Sellers received 98.1% of their asking price, and the month supply of inventory is 4.3%. Overall, we have seen a fair amount of home price reductions. Some of these are price corrections, which means that the asking price may have been a bit overambitious or that the seller missed the prime selling season, which is spring and summer. Either way, in the Atlanta market, I've noticed a number of things when it comes to home prices. Some are still not priced right, which means longer days on market. On the other hand, we are seeing reasonably priced homes, and with the adjustment to lower mortgage rates, the fourth quarter is a good time to buy a home, and there is a window of opportunity for buyers to not only get a reasonable price, but to possibly receive additional concessions from the seller. Traditionally, late fall and winter, we experience a natural slowdown in home sales. Of course, this is due to the fact that during the holidays, most people would rather focus on catching up with family and friends and partaking in holiday festivities. However, life is still happening, so we move, hence, an opportune time for home buyers since there is less competition. To recap, in the month of September, mortgage rates toggled in the low six, so between 6.08 and 6.2%. Where rates land largely depends on what's going on in the economy and also what's going on with the rate of inflation. Although home prices are moderating, they do remain stable. In Metro Atlanta, we're more in a seller's market than not. Real estate is not only local, it's hyper local. So you may find that it may be a seller's market in one neighborhood, and then in another neighborhood, we may find a balanced market, and vice versa. The amount of homes for sale compared to the amount of buyers looking for a home in a particular neighborhood, school district, or zip code will make that determination on whether it's a buyer's or seller's market in a particular area. Lastly, home sales typically slow during the late fall and winter months. And on top of that, we are in a presidential election year. So this is actually an opportune time for those looking to purchase a home since there is less competition. We have one more thing to recap. Average sales price For detached homes in Metro Atlanta, $552,928. And for attached homes, the average sales price in September, $391,003. In regards to month supply of inventory, 3.5 for detached and 4 months for attached homes. Average days on market for detached homes is 32, and 40 days was the average days on market for attached homes. I think that's it. That's all for now, guys. As always, it's my goal to bring you accurate information from trusted sources so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. Please do me a favor, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and if you found value in anything I've shared with you, please share this video with others that you feel may find value in it as well. Take good care. I'll see you on the next one.